Okay, this was not supposed to be my first video, but I guess spirit guides had a different idea in mind. I'm Brandon. I'm a medium, channeler, and intuitive. I bring messages to others. Messages come in for myself. I give messages to other people. I have a lot of things come through in dreams as I'm just going about my day, and I give those messages when I feel is necessary. And I feel like I need to start here with these messages. I've been pushed for some time to start writing down my dreams from my guides and speaking about them more clearly. For some reason, I have a big push. I'm getting my chills right now that I get as confirmation from my guides that I need to be doing this. So I'll come back to another video when I explain more about who I am and how it came to be. But this kind of just needs to get out. So I think I'm going to call this series What Came Through with a date. So this is what came through for 12/23. Came through last night and this morning of December 23rd, 2025. So I'll just explain the dream, and then as I was writing it this morning in my journal, some more things came through. So first, I was at this rally, it seemed like, at an area, and there was booths, and I was specifically at one booth visiting, and it was a booth with this woman showing the Epstein files, right? The documents. She was showing photos and journals they found and all these things, and we're looking at them, and she's explaining different things to me and what they found and things they thought that they redacted and got rid of. And I'm being shown all of this with a couple other people that I don't know, I don't recognize, but they're in my group. And I am talking to this woman, and she looks at me in my eyes and says, my spirit guides came through uh, as we were talking about the president, we were talking about Donald Trump. And she says, and they said, it's done. And they were referring to him. And the girl next to me says, oh, like, he's done. If you can interpret that for what it is, like, he is done. And I had looked at her, and I had felt like I got this feeling that that could be what it was. And it felt like it is going to happen soon, or another attempt or something. And then I got a feeling that maybe it's about them finding more that he thought wasn't there, and but potential like impeachment and arrest and being taken out. And then as I was waking up and writing all of this down, a thought came to my mind, and I'm not too involved with reading into a lot of like news or battles and back and forth. So I know some of what's going on, like with Candace and Erica and Turning Point. And my mind immediately went to something that I actually watched. I don't watch much of any of that. And but I watched the one, you know, with Nikki and JD coming out. And she recently came out with her support if he decides to run, and it was all strange and weird and all of that, right? As we all know. And it came to my mind that asking myself if this is a ploy that they're involved in, and a potential cover up of something else. And I'm getting my chills again. This is happening in real time right now. That they're going to be involved somehow in something happening to the president, but it being covered and shown to others, like what happened to Epstein, how he passed away, where he was. That would then bring our vice president into power, and then start some other things potentially, and potentially lead into another actual presidency with him in it. It seems like this is a plan potentially that is happening behind the scenes. That's just the feelings I get with the messages that were coming through, and then the dream that happened last night into this morning. So if more comes through on that, I'll come back and do another part to this, but just really wanted to get this out there because I think it's really interesting, and it weirdly is starting to like make sense in my mind of how there could be so much more involvement in so many of these other pieces, uh, and that they're all connected in some strange and interesting way, and that they can use other things as an excuse to do something or harm someone else to get to the power that they want to have and the control that they want to continue to have. So, just some thoughts. Let me know what you think.